All right, guys. Hey, this is Molly and Sarah.
Hey
We
guys.
we are going to kind of go over the new normal for animal validation since all the sites are canceled. It's a pretty lengthy process, and it's gonna take some getting used to. So we're going to show you all where to go instead of just giving you all a site and turning you loose. This we thought that this would be a good way to cut down on any questions that you all would have. Of course, we're always available by our cell phone with questions that you all have, but we'll kind of dive into it. The page that you're seeing right now, this is where you'll actually go. It's KentuckyStateFair.org, and this is where you'll actually go to get all of your paperwork that you'll need to uh, tag your animals in.
So let me say first that if I have sent you as an FFA member our validation forms with my signature, or you've picked them up from Miss Molly, those are no longer needed. You're going to get new validation forms through this process. So do not send in the validation forms that you have already received from me or from 4-H with Miss Molly.
And you also don't have to worry about getting our signatures on them.
Right.
We will be able to validate those at a later date. So you don't have to worry about getting on the 4-H side. You don't have to worry about getting my signature or Doc or Sheila or Ella's. You just send them in.
Okay, so you're going to go to kystatefair.org. You're going to hover over participate. Then you are going to click on submit DNA. That brings you to this site. You need to follow the processes for whichever animal you are tagging. Okay, there are videos on here. There are information sheets. There's check sheets, all of that kind of thing. But you have to kind of just follow along and read it. So at first, you're going to order your KUIP tag and DNA submission. So to order those tags, you click here. All right, it brings you to this site. This is how you are going to get your information and your tags and your DNA information envelopes and things like we do at Tag-In normally from Kentucky State Fair. So let's say that you have 2 goats that you're going to tag in. Okay, so you would just put 2 there. That would be $4 each. So you're going to pay $8 to the Kentucky State Fair. You would answer if your animal already has an 840 tag for goat. Swine is a little bit different. They don't do that, obviously. So you don't have to worry about that. So you would put your exhibitor name. If you're co-tagging, brother, sister, that kind of stuff. I do know I have a couple of students that are co-tagging as cousins, and they said to go ahead and do it as normal. You don't have to send in the letter. Zach, that's in charge of it, already has that in a database, so just keep that with you for the show season. Put your phone number and a shipping address for your tags to come through. Please be sure you put an address that they will come to you, not somebody that doesn't understand what these are, why am I getting them, maybe where your animals are or whatever. Okay, so that is how you will order. I'm not going to order anything. You would just add items to cart like you normally would. You're going to put in a credit card to purchase your tags, and this starts the process. I did ask about kids that may not have internet or things like that. It should work on the data from your cell phone if you want to do it that way. If you have total trouble and can't do it, you can call the Kentucky State Fair, and I'll show you that number in a few minutes, and you can pay for it over the phone with a credit card or something like that. Molly, you have anything for here?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go back. So the checklists for each animal is what's really important. Goat and sheep are almost completely identical. So I'm going to show you swine, then I'm going to show you goat because that's who we have the most of. Not saying that we don't have any sheep, but I know we have the most swine and goat.
Yes.
So sorry about the baby. So you're going to click here for the swine check-in. Now, you need to follow this checklist step by step. Let me say that again. Follow this step by step. You won't have any problems, okay? So you're going to order your tags from the Kentucky State Fair. Just showed you how to do that. Then you're going to wait. They're going to send you a packet. In that packet is a copy of the validation form, location form. That is what you would usually get from us with our signatures, and we all say it 1,000 times, you have to have it, you have to have it. That is going to be your new validation form. It's an updated form. They have different things on them. So use that form that comes in the packet, not the ones that we had. You're going to get your KUIP tag and a DNA envelope. That is everything that you've ever seen before. The DNA envelopes are what you get at the front when you drive in to tag in, and we take them from you when we get to the tagging site. It's what we put your hair in, all that kind of stuff. So same thing, just taking out the people from the process. All right, next one, complete the validation and location form. Literally fill out your validation form as you always would. Make sure you put every animal on there. Then you're going to place the 840 EID tag, the KUIP tag, in the center of the animal's ear. It doesn't matter which one. All red, Flex Red Universal Tagger is recommended. I personally don't have any of those, but Molly may, I don't know.
I'm planning on purchasing some. So if you don't have access to a tagger, just either call me or let me know, and I can just set it out at the extension office, and you can use it or check it out and then bring it back. So I'll have those for either any FFA or 4-H member that need them.
Awesome. Okay, so the next step after you tag the animal is to fill out your DNA envelope completely. There will be highlighted areas on the example, which is either below or on the next slide. So you leave 2 spots open, and that is the supervising signature and technician signature are not required. Everything else has to be filled out. You have to have you are the exhibitor, your signature, and your parent signature, parent or guardian signature, okay, on those
That's
things.
no different than we do at regular tag-in, guys.
Yep, everything is the same. Okay, so for swine, you have to pull at least 40 hair follicles. This is really important. You cannot cut the hair. Don't think that you can clip pig's hair and just put it in there. It has to have the root so that they have the DNA. That's the whole point of it. So at least 40 hair follicles. It tells you how to do that. Secure the animal. Be sure it's clean and dry. Use pliers or clean and dry. Place the pliers close to the skin. Pull the hair. So pretty much all of that. I know that Nicole Goki did a video on her Facebook, and it's still posted on how to do that. I'm sure any of us can help you do that if you just don't know how to or something like that. So call us, text us, we can help you with that. And here is all the steps for that. Okay, repeat that process 2 to 3 pulls. It will probably take you 2 to 3 pulls to get 40 hairs. Okay, here's the next part that's really important. Place the sample directly in the self-sealing collection envelope and do not touch the hairs or use plastic bag. This is exactly what we do at Tag-In, except we do it for you. So just don't touch it with your hands or anything, because that could give something, you know, a different type of whatever on it. They just want you to make sure that you don't touch it. All right, here's the new thing for pigs you have to make sure that you do. You have to send in a physical photo of the ear notches, 1 or 2 photos per animal. This is new. This is so they don't have any questions when they get to it. Maybe you didn't read your ear notches the same way as somebody else did, and they have a question when you get to State Fair. They're going to have a physical photo. That means that you have to print them out. I know that Walmart is still open. Hopefully that you can print them there. You can print them on a computer at home, things like that. There is no way to digitally submit them. We asked that question. So you have to physically print out the photo. The photo from the front of the animal with both ears and notches fully visible. So from the front, looking at the animal. Label the printed photo with corresponding 840 tag and the exhibitor's name. So put their tag number and the exhibitor's name. I would probably suggest to put that whole tag number, not just the last 6 numbers, just to make sure that everything is clear. All right, after you've done all of those things, you're gonna send those DNA envelopes, completed validation forms, and the pictures to this address right here. Those have to be in her hand, not postmarked, in her hand. So give at least 2 to 3 days for it to get to Louisville by May 16th. So that's coming. I mean, it's the 21st now, so it's coming pretty quick. So we need to get you buying those tags so we can get them out to you, okay? There are instructional videos, and here is that phone number if you want to call them. I'm pretty sure this is her cell phone number, so if you want to call them, Catherine is the lady that does all the West Wing stuff at the fair. You've probably seen her, so she'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, so that is the process for swine. Let me real quickly go through the process for goats. Molly, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. If you want to watch a walkthrough video, they are here. I'm not going to click on them because they take forever to load, but they help you with tagging. They help you with ear notching. If you need to learn how to read an ear notch, so that's a really good thing that you really need to do. We've done that in my freshman classes. So you should know if you've been through my FFA class, that kind of stuff. But there's a video there. Okay, goat tag process, like I said, is almost exactly the same as sheep, so I'm not going to go through the sheep. Everything is the same except for the below. So you're going to order the tags like we showed you. You're going to receive the packet. The packet has your validation, KUIP, and DNA. Complete the forms, tag the animal, fill out the DNA. Still the same, you need 40 hair follicles. Do not cut it, pull it. It does tell you right here how to do that. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 to 3 pulls may be necessary. You're going to place that sample directly in the self-sealing collection envelope, just like we talked about with swine. If you didn't watch the swine video, just follow all the way through all of these steps. Then you're just going to send the DNA packet. You don't have to take any pictures for goat and sheep. That's the biggest difference between the swine part and the goat and sheep part. They're still due in her hand by May 16th. So I would say, for no doubt, have them in the mail by May 13th at the latest. Wouldn't you, Molly?
Yes, and I would probably suggest at least, you know, like ordering your tags by Friday.
Oh yeah, like now, on it, get on it. And there is instructional videos. You can always call her, Catherine, at the state fair. And so this is the process. So what will happen after that is all of this goes to her. They will make a database of the DNA, your KUIP tags, your exhibitor name, all the things that you fill out. You have to make sure you fill out that Scrapey tag form too, but not the form, the part on the form. It has to have your KUIP, has to have your Scrapey tag. They're going to make a database of all of that. They're going to break it down by county and FFA 4-H. They are going to send us a list for validation. So instead of us signing your papers, we're just going to get an email confirmation. And if you usually tag in for state fair online instead of sending in the papers, it's the same process for us. Like, they send us your name and say, are these people in your FFA? Are these people in your 4-H? And have they met their requirements? And we just have to send back yes or no. So that's how the validation process is going to happen. They said that they were going to try and send us copies of all of the validation forms. I think that's a little ways down the road. But that is the process. We will validate through email, and then you will be in for tagged your animals in for at least state fair. As of right now, they have no shows canceled from now till through the school or through the show season. They literally said they're taking it week by week. So if we hear things, we will let you know. You still have to have a district show to qualify you for state fair as of right now. Molly, do you want to talk about Germantown? I feel like I've talked the whole time.
And this process is just for district and state fair. This is just to get your animals validated. This does not include Germantown. They are the LIA is meeting on, I think it's Thursday, to discuss the process of how we're going to enter these animals for Germantown. And once we hear that, we will let you know. Like Sarah has said, if you need help, call us. We will help you get your animals tagged or DNA pulled, whatever you need. That's our job. That's what we're here to do. I know that this is a little bit out of the norm, but I think that I think it's going to be a pretty easy process to do. If you notice, there's also listed some changes to the rules, and there's actually a schedule posted as well for State Fair. Yeah. So one of the biggest changes is that for any exhibitor that's a novice, they have to be 5 in order to participate in the novice shows. Last year it was for sheep, or I know for goats that you didn't have to be 5 in order to participate. So they changed that for this year. So you can see all the dates there and the times and yeah.
Feeder calves, we have not heard anything on that. We'll hear that after the LAA meets, because feeder calves don't go to state fair. So if you are planning on showing a feeder, just hold off. We will let you know as soon as we hear from the LIA and Germantown and what they want to do. Molly, do you want to real quick talk about getting their hours? They did talk about that on our Zoom meeting yesterday, that it's still till June 1st.
Yeah. I think we have all of our kids have already got their hours, because I had that packet that they completed. But if you still think that you need hours or anything, or you're not sure if you have all your hours, just shoot me a quick text or an email. I'll be sure to check. But I think that most of our kids already have all of their hours completed.
And one more thing before we sign off from you, FFA members, if you were a senior this year, God bless your souls, but you have to show this year as a senior labeled FFA. Once you stop showing, you're done. So if you do not tag in, or if you're 1 year graduated and you do not tag anything in this year, you're done. You have to tag. So just want to reiterate that rule for you for FFA. Other than that, please call or text us. I think all of you have our information. So good luck.
All right, guys, let us know if you need anything. We'll talk to you later. We miss you guys.
We miss you a lot. See ya.